Boy, Big Boosie, man. I'm going live right now, and I'm using this under fair use. Fair use, man. We got your boy up there talking about. Educate a lot of young people that look up to this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got your boy Pooh Sims talking about Max B. You know, being a snitch. And it's been said way before Max came home. They was trying it. It didn't make sense. Now that he come home, see and this is why I'm coming up here right now. Like, it's been said before he came home. Now he came home. Now it's on all podcasts. All podcasts. A lot of people that's listening to the guy, Pooh Sims, they're gonna listen to it and listen to it. He don't even know you in jail, and even if they send you a couple dollars, the podcast gonna listen to it, listen to it, listen to it, and then they're gonna dissect it. And then they're gonna say, still what you saying don't even make sense. Because they already got it out the horse's mouth that the girl is the one that told everything. Not just that. Not just that. They trying to make it look like, and you know, this social media stuff is just so crazy. They trying to make it look like just because if the police came to him and said, where's the so-and-so at? If he lie or act like he lying, automatically they gonna look at it like, oh, he lying about something. Because we already know where this person really is. We already know where this person really work at. So it ain't no, you know, you still gotta play your normal daily routine. If Boosie work at McDonald's and they came and asked Q where Boosie at, but Q supposed to say he at McDonald's. He work at McDonald's. That's just how it goes. You do your daily routine. They still got to do their work. And that don't mean that somebody is lying or to the police. That don't mean that somebody is meaning police thought process. It doesn't mean that they said where Boosie at, he's snitching. It doesn't mean that if he said Boosie was somewhere that they knew Boosie wasn't at, then they might look at he's hiding something. Because he already know that Boosie worked at McDonald's. So why would he say Boosie ain't at McDonald's? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh. You good? Hold on, I had to do something real quick, y'all. But yeah. But if he say Boosie ain't at McDonald's or Boosie works somewhere else.
What's up?
Or Boosie is over here. Boosie is over here. And they, you know, automatically they're gonna know that, oh, he lying about something. But if he tell the truth, oh nah, Boosie over at McDonald's, and so what? So when they come over here to get Boosie, when they come to me, I'ma say, what y'all come here for? Well, was you over here at the day or this time, or the this to this time? I don't know nothing about what are y'all talking about? Well, where was you was at? I don't need to talk to y'all. This is the key to everything. This what people don't never understand. Never talk to the police. I don't need to talk to y'all about nothing. No, it's none of your business where I was at last week, Saturday, Tuesday, Monday. Where it doesn't. Why y'all even over here talking to me? Because if they gotta come and talk to you, that means they don't know nothing. And when you feel that just because they are the police and you gotta talk to them, you tie yourself into the bull crap. And that's a fact. But for people, the Pooh Sims dude to do what he doing right now, it's like it's crazy right now. It's crazy, and it's clear as day. They said Max wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. And this is the thing with our culture, man. Quick to tear our people down. Quick to tear our people down because we are down. And I ain't saying that the Pooh Sims dude is. At the end of the day, if let's just say if he was telling the truth, why wait this long for it to happen? I want y'all to tell me this one. And I mean, what he getting out of it? This shit is crazy. Ro Williams said, bad business moves. Burn bridges. Select amnesia. People been waiting to start up some serious-ish real talk. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Ro Williams. So yeah, I'm just saying, man. Why I'm really up here is why everybody calling everybody a snitch. Everybody's a rat. Everybody like that's turning into the thing to do and the thing to say. Corn dog shit. It's corny, man. It's corny, and and the brother trying to make his point to actually do so. Now, I'm looking like damn, if a person really is, and a person is behind a wall, and they know a person really did do it, meaning told on them, that's messed up. But you shouldn't have waited this long for a brother to get out to do that. Should have connected all your everything in the cell. Connected everything. Sending your cell, connecting all your your all your paperwork and everything so you could spit it fluently. And he's on Doggy Diamonds, spitting it fluently. At least, I guess to the public, he's spitting it fluently. But to me, and listening to, you know, all the other people that went through the paperwork, you had 1090 Jake went through the paperwork. I think Seti Nash went through the paperwork. And they looking like, what is this guy talking about? Why would he be saying what he's saying right now? Because it don't make sense. It ain't making sense to people. And what is Pooh Sims' game? Because 9 times out of 10, if you don't do it right and spit it out there and put it to the public correctly, people gonna be looking like, man, you're bugging. And then the girl is the one that did it. She got 15 years, so she should be home too. She's not gonna get the Max B treatment because she is a rat. She a rat. Bottom line, she a rat. So how Max B told something. I'm gonna let y'all hear some of this Doggy Diamond stuff. And I'm using this under fair use.
That's how I got implicated in the situation.
So,
Hold up, let me back it up a little bit.
how were you? If you could say how you implicated, then if you had nothing to do with it, how you got placed on the scene, and I guess you took it to trial and you lost trial, right?
Yes, got you. I'm glad you asked that question. Long story short, as I just stated, police came, questioned Max B in reference to locating Gina Conway. When they did that, he told me he would assist them and let them know what Gina Conway was. They eventually ended up locating Gina Conway and arresting her. When they arrested her and locked her up, she was told that she would go home and that she didn't have to worry about anything. They let her know that she was found due to Max B assisting them and helping them locate her. So they told her, let us know what we need to know, and we'll let you go home. And Gina Conway implicated me and Max B in this situation. That's how I got locked up.
So, what you did you go with? You had a public defender or you had a paid lawyer?
Nah, not a public defender. I had 2 paid lawyers, 2 female lawyers from New York, Jennifer Bonjean and Courtney Black.
So what what the audience probably want to know, how were you placed at a scene that you wasn't even at? Like how do you get convicted? Like how wasn't that?
Okay,
Okay.
because what?
Doggy Diamonds, man, asking the right questions. I rocks with Doggy Diamonds, man. I rocks with Doggy Diamonds, man. He's asking the right questions, but let's finish listening, man. For real.
Happened now is when Gina Conway implicated me, she said that.
Oh, hold up. And he had 2 lawyers. He just said he had 2 lawyers. Or am I bugging? I want y'all to tell me that, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Please hit that like button. And let me know what y'all hearing that could implicate Max B with something. It just doesn't make sense. Let's go.
She was with some individuals. Long story short, she came back and she supposed to had a conversation with Max B, and in turn, Max B had called me. So by her saying that and putting me in the midst of that tied it together with a conspiracy charge. So they charged me with felony murder, first-degree murder, robbery, kidnapping, and conspiracy. So when she did that and implicated me in a crime, they locked me up, and in my discovery, I found out.
She said she implicated him. Let's go.
That It was a person who survived from the crime. They showed him photos of many different witnesses with my picture in them, several different pictures. He never picked me out. He picked out somebody else, and he signed his name on the back of it. Also, it was a person that supposed to have drove me and Gina out here to New Jersey, and they went and investigated that person. And they asked him, did he know me? He said, no, he didn't know me, this, that, and the third. They showed him pictures of me. He never identified me or anything. So they went off of what Gina Conway told them. That's how I got implicated in this situation.
So, if you know, where's Gina Conway? Is she speaking? Is she talking out, or she's not saying anything?
She is home. Yeah, you heard me right, people.
She home.
Those that don't know, I just said Gina Conway is home. She had agreed to testify against me and Max in exchange for 18 years, and she was told that her sentence could be lowered to less than 18 years, which eventually did happen. So she ended up getting like 15 or 16 years. She just got paroled in the summer of 2020. In 2019 to 2020, she was in a halfway house. So from 2019 to 2020, she was in a halfway house. And then in 2020, she got paroled. She's home.
And she's not out there saying Max we told on her, right? She's not saying anything?
Nah, she ain't saying anything. Because she is, actually, like I said, on my Instagram, I started an Instagram specifically for this purpose and other purposes.
She ain't saying Max B told on her. This is wild, man. This is wild, man. This is wild. She ain't say Max B told on her. But are y'all listening? We gonna finish listening, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to Doggy Diamond, and once again, I'm using this under fair use. That's a fact. But yo, this is deep. That when a brother come home, even if it was a sister come home, now we gotta go through this. It's once again us as black people tearing each other down, bringing each other down. Like, and the brother had 2 lawyers. Still got the same process. But, and I hope he get out of jail if these things that he's saying, meaning, which if the police didn't really have all the right, proper evidence, and sometimes police play mind games with you and make you implicate yourself. But we need to also see the side of how he handled when he went in there and talked to people too. We can't just play one side. It's 2 sides to everything. Period.
You know, to educate a lot of young people that look up to this guy, that be believing stuff that Max said. I'm just trying to let them know, like, you know, that's not who he is. This is what he did. I'm not saying what he did is right or wrong. That's neither here nor there. For me,
He said, I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. It's got to be either right or wrong for him to be up here. That's first of all. For him to be on these podcasts, he got to be saying he's either right or wrong. That don't even make sense. Y'all just heard it for yourself. But let's go.
just putting it out there. I'm putting the facts out there. That's it. So I'm just letting you know, young people that look up to him, like, you know, don't get caught up in this situation or believe him, and you know. So
don't get caught up in it, young people. He said, I'm telling the young people, don't get caught up in it in this situation. But you're talking about an individual, which is Max B. But if you from the young people, bro, like, you are in a situation, but you are calling out another person and trying to make that person look bad. And either you saying he either is a rat? Or you saying young people don't get caught up with listening to a person like him that do bad things and then come home and get glorified from it? We ain't hear this guy yet say Max B saying all of this and all of that and acting like a good person. People is out here supporting Max B and making him look like he's a good person and really he's not, and he's confusing the young people. Uh, uh, I'm confused with this conversation right now, but we're getting ready to see. Doggy Diamonds asked the correct questions. Or no, excuse me, asked tough questions. And he stand on his own too, and he don't sugarcoat nothing. This is one of the reasons why I like Doggy Diamonds and I watch his podcast a lot. And y'all make sure y'all go to the podcast and y'all get to see it full fledged. But we gonna finish listening to Pooh Sims.
Or I put the information out there on my end.
So she wasn't your co-defendant. She was actually she was
Yeah.
in the state.
She was my co-defendant. She was my co-defendant.
So all three of y'all are co-defendants.
Yes, yep, all three of us are co-defendants.
But then she ended up turning states.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So if he cooperated, why did he get so much time?
Right, that's the key.
Because he went to trial. See, a lot of and I'm gonna break that down for you. Like I said, I put the paperwork up on my Instagram. My Instagram is @TheRealPoohSims, and it's
That was the best question ever, Doggy asked him. But let's go.
The jig is up. The jig is up starts at part 5, goes up to about like 18 now. So I started this back in like August, summertime of 2020, putting this information out there. So it's all on my Instagram, like I said. Now what happened is, see, a lot of people don't understand, right? When you get caught up in a case or a situation, just because a person doesn't go to trial and get on the stand, that don't mean people be thinking that a person didn't cooperate or they didn't, tell or this, that, and the third. When the police come and lock you up, usually they do some type of interview. They have you in a precinct or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So you get to talk to them before you ever get in the courtroom. And a lot of times guys, choose to assist them or say whatever they want to say when they're in the presence of the police without being in the court. So this is exactly what happened. When the police came to look for him, they was asking him about locating Gina Conway. And that's what he did. He assisted them. He told them the address to where she was at. He told them where she worked at. Told them the locations that they could find her. They was going back and forth because they went to one of the locations and they wasn't able to get her. And they was having a hard time. So they told him we need a specific apartment number in the building that he gave them. And like I said, he had multiple conversations. I got the actual phone records that I'm going to put out to his phone number at the time. You will see from his phone number in the phone records, him calling the police and the police calling him, going back and forth. That's something you can't deny, you know what I'm saying? You can't deny phone records. I can't make that up.
Him calling the police?
Yes, I know you sound surprised.
AJ said he ain't tell. What up, AJ? But he just said that he called the police. Pooh Sims just said Max B called the police. And Doggy Diamonds looking like, y'all need to see his face. Y'all got to go to Doggy Diamonds, man, to check out this interview. It says Max B snitched and French Montana knew about it. Says Pooh Sims. He said the man called the police. Exactly. Lies. Skim said lies. Facts.
Because I just heard the way you said that in your voice.
What?
Like I said.
Yeah,
like I said, what happened is when they came to talk to him, long story short, he was supposed to be in the studio with Jim Jones. They was in Quad where Pac got shot at. Jim came straight through his Nextel phone like, yo, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I paid for the studio time. I'm waiting for you. He said the police questioning me about some BS. Jim Jones responded, tell them niggas to eat a dick. You ain't got to say nothing to them. Tell them to call your lawyer, which is nothing wrong with that. You have, as everybody got a constitutional right to not talk to the police and say, yo, talk to my lawyer. So that's all Jim was telling him to do, was invoke his constitutional right. What they did was they heard lawyer. They said, all right, well, look, take my card. If you got anything to tell us, let us know. 3 days later, Max B start calling the police, letting them know, yeah, I know where y'all can find Gina Conway.
You have 60
AJ know what he talking about. This
seconds remaining.
This dude said Max B started calling the police. Now, if that's in your paperwork, why you ain't been put that out? And you've been in there all this time, all these years. But we'll finish listening. It doesn't even make sense.
Meet me at the George Washington Bridge. They met at the George Washington Bridge. And from there, they was going back and forth calling each other.
All right, before we go, so if he told on her, when was he arrested? When was y'all arrested? So did
Right.
they wanted her or they wanted all three of y'all? Because I know we on limited time.
Nah, they wanted all three of us. I'm calling right back. We ain't done. I'm calling right back. I got another 15 minutes, so I'm calling right back.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm on the line with Pooh Sims.
AJ said they
Just
wanted
getting
to
this
find
information,
Gina.
information that he
They
wanted
would've
out
found
there.
her. They would have found her. She ain't no damn Frank Matthews. That's a fact. If you ain't recorded Max call with the police, how you gonna say he said anything crazy? Facts. Yeah, y'all speaking facts up here, man. It don't even make sense. And I'm only up here to show. Stop. As soon as a person come home from jail, y'all want to say they're a rat. Get out of here with that. That's corny. That's whack. Ro Williams said Max was just partying, now this ish. Exactly. How long before gunplay, bro? What's next? There ain't gonna be no gunplay. Nobody's ignorant. Nobody's doing no gunplay for what? They ain't going back to jail for no dumb stuff. Sonny B. Coy said it didn't come out till Max B appealed. Right. Yeah, being a snitch is serious allegations. That's a fact. If you gave the internet to every bitter person in jail, you'd have 1,000 stories of lies and exaggerations. Facts. Ravel said the dude who died probably has family who didn't forget about what happened. That's true. Yeah, especially Max's home. They ain't gonna forget about nothing like that. That's a fact. Sonny B. Coy said, wait, y'all saying that it's okay to tell the police where to find people because they're going to find them anyway? No, meaning if the police run up on you and every day you already know where a person at every day. And then when they run up on you and you tell them, nah, I don't know where they at. They already know you know where they at. But they want to hear what you gonna say. But you be like, nah, I don't know where they at. Or you don't know where they at. You just dropped them off to work yesterday or day before yesterday. Or you know, y'all been together for 20 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. They've been going to work for the whole 6 months that y'all was together. You don't know where they at right now. It's 2 in the afternoon, and they go to work at 9, they get off at 5. You don't know where they at. It's only right for you to have to say the right thing if you want to speak to them. And overall, you could tell them, I don't answer questions. I don't got to tell you nothing. Why are you asking me? Find out where they at. Is the right answer to that question is all I'm saying. But if he said that, then all right. But overall, he ain't gotta answer questions, period. But just to make them back up off them for them few little seconds, cause they gonna come back. But yeah, they at work. Yeah, they at work. They at McDonald's. They at Burger King. They at IHOP. Shit like that. Excuse my language, YouTube. But yeah. But he ain't snitching. Cause he said, yeah, she over there, she work here, she there, da 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 da. They already knew where she was at. So yeah. Nah, you don't say nothing. But a lot of people don't understand. Exercise your rights. You have the right to remain silent. People think that's just a saying like a person would say, I'm loyal, or death over everything, or you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's crazy, but he ain't do no telling like and broke everything down. First of all, he can't break everything down. What happened in the house because he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. So how could he break it? How could he tell something and he wasn't even there? So that don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Luckily, he had good friends and good brothers like French and them that put money up to get that lawyer situated. And I don't know who did it, but the word is French and them did it, and whoever did it, thank God that that's what he had. And I'm only saying this also because now he home and he can show these young cats that ain't where you need to go. Because he was sitting on top of the world already, he just didn't know it. But he knew he was on to something because everybody was loving his music. So he could show these kids, I messed up. I got caught up in something. Now back home, I'm never gonna ever do that again. Or should I say, he would say, I would never, ever, no, excuse me, y'all. He would say, if I knew what I knew now, I would have never did what I did back then. And that's just me speaking. Because still at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. He still claimed his innocence. He just went and did time for it. This is what people not even analyzing. He still claimed his innocence. He just went and did time for it. He didn't have a choice. That's just that. But for a person now to want to like go on all these channels, why nobody had Pooh Sims on none of their podcasts when this so-called leaking out, even Whack 100 was trying to say whatever he was saying. Why nobody had none of this stuff on none of their podcasts like they do now? When he was in jail. Now he come home and now it's on all podcasts. He rat, all over podcasts. Ignorance. And that's what bring us down. Crabs in the goddamn barrel, man. Stop it. If it wasn't proven then, stop trying to prove it now. And I don't like rats. at all. I don't like police, period. But I'm cool with some police that I know that's family and I know that is nowhere near doing what the police do. Now, if they do it, the dirty stuff, and let their fellow officers get away with it, I don't know. But I know some that is cool. They used to work for me in my clubs. That is family members, like family members, sitting around a table and all of that. And their character is not like that. But if they let them get away with the things that they do, then I don't know. But overall, I don't like that. I'm definitely not rolling with no rats. But we can't allow y'all to start this trend of as soon as a person come home, now all of a sudden they're a rat because they popular. They popular, now they rats. Or a rat. Like, stop it, man. That's corny. Get out of here with that, man. Hold up. We're gonna finish listening to some more of this Doggy Diamonds.
You know, this is for the audience to decide to take from it what they want.
I'm gonna let y'all hear what Doggy Diamond say.
I'm just doing an interview. You know, information is very, very key, very important. He reached out to me, and you know, I like to interview, you know, people who got stories.
Ro Williams, hold up.
Whether I agree with it or not.
Ro Williams said this is disturbing to know Max is a snitch. But bro, nah, he's not no snitch. That sounds crazy. Nowhere near it. Sonny B. Coy said, I saw this 4 years ago. Exactly. And now all of a sudden everybody want to put it on their pages and all that. Get out of here and do interviews with it. Get out of here, man. That don't even make sense. Like wrote negative. I mean, well, I guess you saying to hear that he a snitch, right? But it don't make sense. Sonny Biko said it looks like favoritism because everybody riding the wave. Exactly, man. Hate is powerful out here, man. Yo. I'm looking at the comments, man. Magneto said they did that ish in the richest county in Jersey. Okay. Robert said, I don't think Max B is a rat. Of course not. If he is a rat, man, it would have been out a long time ago. Get ready to play the rest of this Doggy Diamond, man. I want to hear Doggy Diamond's point of view.
Whether I believe it or not, I do a lot of research. I do ask for paperwork. I do ask for stuff. So, yeah, he provided some things to me and given me some things to, you know, reinforce his story. Because, you know, I don't like nobody coming in front of me just, you know, blowing smoke and saying this, that, and the third happened. I'd be like, yo, it's just, you know, I went through that before. I ain't even gonna get into it. I interviewed this dude a long time ago, Forbes DVD, and he was claiming to be Pablo Escobar's son, but he never proved that he was his son. He just said it, and since then, I was like, nah, people gotta, you know, do a little bit more. So hold on, he's back on the line right now. We back?
Okay, y'all listen, let's
So,
go.
so what I wanted to know was, so if they was all looking for all three of y'all, and they had, and so why did they want her first? What was that all about? Because if they have Max,
Okay, they
if they
wanted
have
her.
Max, go ahead.
Yes, gotcha, my bad.
Go ahead.
What happened was when they went to this, they was called to this place where the crime happened.
Okay.
When they went to the place where the crime happened, told you the guy that survived who never pointed me out. They had cameras in it. They had surveillance footage in there, and it's a hotel, the Holiday Inn Hotel. So when they looked at the surveillance footage and they questioned the people that worked there, along with the person from the crime, they gave them a description of Gina Conway. So that's the only thing they had at the time. So now when they get this description of Gina Conway, I don't know how, they must have put her face in like maybe the computer and her information came up or whatever. But when her information came up, she's from Baltimore. They went and questioned her mom in Baltimore. Long story short, her mom was like, I don't know where she's at. All I know is she went to New York with a rapper guy from Dipset named Max B. Now, when they go look into Max B, they don't have no specific address to where he's at. Only thing they have is where his mother is located at. So they go to his mother's house. They question his mother. Listen, we need to find Max B because we're looking for Gina Conway and Pooh Sims. They couldn't give them details of exactly what was going on, but you know, they just told them that it's an ongoing investigation and they needed to speak to Max B. Max B mom said, look, this is where my son lives. You can find him here. And that's how they ended up getting to Max B.
So explain how he ended up getting so much time if he cooperated. Because if he cooperated, he didn't sign off on anything like, yo, if I tell y'all this, I'm gonna get this, cause so how did that happen?
Nah. See, that's what people are under the impression with. They think that just because, like I said, if you don't sign some type of deal or something like that, you know that a person didn't cooperate. I'm gonna just break it down for you real quick. That's like if the police is coming around in the neighborhood with the 1-800 tip sign and they saying we offering $20,000 to find Doggy Diamond for a crime that he committed, and I get on that hotline and I say Doggy Diamond is in the Bronx at this apartment X, Y, and Z, and they go find you in that apartment. That's not cooperating. See what I'm saying? See, a lot of people got this misconception of what maybe telling is, but any type of form, assistance, helping the police, whatever, is cooperating. It ain't got to be per se you getting on the stand. So that's what happened. When he did that, he told them where Gina Conway was. They locked her up, and he let them know, like, listen, I'm cooperating with y'all. I'm letting y'all know I don't got nothing to do with this, that, and the third. So they say, okay, cool. So they never arrested him at the time. Now, when they find Gina Conway and then she lets them know and implicates me and Max B in the situation, that's when they came and locked me and Max up. Then he decided when he gets in the precinct to invoke his constitutional rights, saying, I ain't got nothing else to say to y'all. I want to talk to my lawyer. But he already gave Gina Conway up. See what I'm saying?
So, when he did this, they didn't promise him anything. He just did it, as far as because all of this is in paper black.
See, Doggy Diamond's asking all the right questions. They didn't promise him nothing. He wasn't getting nothing out of it. If he was just saying, where's so-and-so, the daily due diligence of that person, he can't lie and say, I ain't know, because next thing they're going to say is, well, why you lie? If you ain't do nothing. And if she at work, they going to come get her regardless. And those are the mind games the police play on you. All of the above. And now, Pooh Sims said, once he got there, he said, I don't want to talk. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. He didn't say, she did this, she did that, he did this. But we're going to finish listening. Let's go.
and white though, right? Like you not just.
Yeah, black and white. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Now, all of this is in black and white. I got my trial transcripts. As I stated, French Montana was at my trial right in the back row. Dane Grease was at my trial right in the back row. Bunch of other people. So this is from my trial.
He said Dane Grease was at his trial. Dane Grease was just with Max B. Let's go. We'll finish listening.
Transcripts. And I'm definitely, you're going to have these trial transcripts too, Doggy Diamond. I'm going to give them to you. Like I said, I sent them to King Erna. I sent them to my guy, K.O. So Frosty from Brooklyn. Another guy, Keys, in Cali. So I've been sending them out to different people. Like I said, I just
Little
wanted to send
expensive.
them out.
Ro Williams said, I know this audio is official, but damn. Slander and lies, is this for attention? That's what everybody is wondering. This is what's going on right now in the YouTube community. Is this guy doing it for attention? Is he mad that Max is home and he is not? That's what people are saying. This is deep, but we'll finish listening.
A legitimate source.
Yeah, so
And it's expensive.
Willie Clark just said it, what I just said. It just popped up right now on my timeline. Willie Clark said he just mad because he never getting out. That's what it sounded like, but we'll finish listening.
So, next question. So when they're in trial, this stuff comes out in trial, this information?
Yes, because the police have to get on the stand. So he has to testify to this at trial, that that they had this dialogue and they was going back and forth. Then he read off Max B's phone number. He read off his own phone number. And as I told you, which is the discovery, the phone records are part of the discovery.
I'm
They
just
had to
letting it
turn that over
ride.
to the defense because the defense had to prepare for trial. And when I got these phone records, I looked. First, I seen the report where they were saying that, they talked to Max, this, that, and the third. So, I'm saying, all right, hold up. Let me make sure, check. I need some verification, some more proof.
Ready to snap into a Slim Jim.
Do you know what this is? It's a lifesaver.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get back to it. Hold on. Let me get back to it. Hold on.
I got his phone records. And when you look at the phone records, it shows that he's calling the police back and forth off the cell towers and all that. You can't deny that, man.
So you said others was in the courtroom when this information came out?
Yeah. French was in the courtroom. Like I said, he was coming to my trial. Joe almost just every day. This is at the time, before he at where he at now. He was Max B, was out on bail. French was up and coming, so they linked up, got together, and French, I guess, Max, kind of like showed him love, put him on the mixtapes and stuff like that. So he was still up and coming. He was fresh. He was early.
So what was the last conversation you had with Max?
Since, like I said, since we do trial, before we do trial, I put the paperwork inside of Hip Hop Weekly magazine, and I sent it to mad different people. I sent it to Prodigy, Remy Ma, D from Rough Riders, Lil Wayne. They was all locked up. Lil Wayne was on Rikers Island for his gun charge. Prodigy was upstate, mid-state for his gun charge at the time. Remy Ma was locked up for her situation. D from Rough Riders got locked up in Bergen County for a situation I'm not sure about, but he was in the county. So I made sure I sent it to all these people so I could get the word out. Then I put it in the magazine.
He said he sent it out to Remy Ma and a few other people that was going through situations. Now, you gotta understand this, man. Even sending it to Remy Ma, she got her own problems going on. What would she care about listening to what another person got going on? But I don't know. Maybe some people, might be in jail and going through what they're going through, and they hear about another person speaking about a person, you know, of caliber of a Max B can say, this is what I heard, this is what I heard, and it would get out faster. But I don't know, man. Let's finish listening. This is deep. It's deep, but he's still not making no real point gestures of how Max B put him there in jail.
The only one that said something about it was Prodigy. He hit me back. I got the letter. That's what I put up on my Instagram at the Real Pooh Sims. He hit me back, and Max B had to go do like a show or something up in Queens. Long story short, I guess, you know, he let it be known what it was. Max ended up going up there. He got hit beside his head with an Hennessy bottle. They chased him out of Queens. So yeah, like this thing been out there. Like this ain't nothing new.
Got you. So at your trial, why didn't so Max was trying to say he had nothing to do with it. Did they split y'all trial or y'all all was same?
Nah, no. I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you. I tried to get our trial severed, and that didn't work. They denied the motion, so me and Max had to go to trial together. So it was like I'm put in this awkward, crazy position because I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Sonny B. Coy said he never said Max put him in jail. Let's keep rolling. He never did. He never said Max put him in jail. Let's keep rolling.
This, and they wanted me to implicate Max B and cooperate against Max B and also against Jim Jones because they was trying to say, oh, we know Jim Jones gave you the weapon that you're supposed to have, this, that, and the third. So if you give us Max B and Jim Jones and cooperate.
Damn, now Jim Jones in it. This shows you how dirty the police is. Now they want to put Jim Jones a part of something because Jim Jones is a big figure in the rap world. This is how, and this is what I'm saying about people saying a person of caliber ratted on you. It's easier for the police to do all this dumb, ignorant stuff that they do. Now they want to put Jim Jones in that gave you the gun. How y'all knew he gave the gun? Who? How? Let's hear him say who, how they know that Jim Jones gave him the gun. This stuff don't even make sense, man. Let's go.
We'll give you a deal, let you go home. I'm like, listen, first of all, that would be a lie. I'm not doing that. I'm a man of honor.
See? He said that would be a lie. That'd be a lie. See? Now, if he would have been like, and they threw in there, we'll let you go home. See, they want to make it, they wanted to throw Jim Jones in there, right? And then they want to tell him, you know, we know Jim Jones gave you the gun. We'll give you a deal. You ain't got to work on, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You'll go home and all that. We'll give you a deal. See, that's the bogus games that they play. So they don't want to make it look like they was coercing you into something. But police can lie to you legally. Legally, they can lie to you by saying, we know Jim Jones gave you the gun. We'll give you a deal, whatever, and you'll go home. Just let us know Jim Jones gave you the gun. Thank God that he is being a stand-up dude saying what he's saying right now. That would be a lie. I would never do that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Thank God of that, because now they was going to implicate Jim Jones in something that Jimmy ain't even had nothing to do with. Look how dirty the police are. That's crazy right there. That's crazy right there. That's how dirty the police is playing mind games, especially when you are a well-known name figure out here, man. They was ready to put Jimmy in it now. So how could we believe all this? All this stuff is all over the place right now. But let's finish listening. That part right there kind of make me mad. Not because Jim is I'm cool with Jim, whatever. It just make me mad how they bring us black brothers down and play us against each other. Because another brother that wasn't, I'm going to give Pooh Sims some points on this one. Because another brother would have been like, oh, word, I can use Jim real quick to get out of this situation. Oh, yeah, Jim did give me the gun. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That quick to get out of it. But he didn't fall for that one. Thank God. And that's what he need to know. A lot of stuff that they might have said to him, Max didn't even say. Let's go.
Integrity. Two, I had nothing to do with this crime, so I would never implicate myself in a crime that I had nothing to do with. That makes no sense at all.
So you know that he has a very big fan base, as he should because of his music. Are you disliked right now? Are people like are people angry at you?
Nah, definitely, doggy, definitely. You know, people upset with me for putting this paperwork out because I guess they didn't think that this individual would do something like that. They don't want to believe it, but all you got to do is you look my name up, man. I'm his co-defendant, and not just it's bigger than that. As I told y'all, his pops is married to my mom's. They got 3 kids together.
Oh, so
you know
y'all
what I'm saying? Like, I don't
stepbrothers.
even talk to my family. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. So I don't even talk to my family behind this. And his pops and his moms was telling me, oh, don't put that paperwork out. We supposed to be family, this, that, and the third. But as I stated to you, I'm a man of honor and integrity first. That's what I believe in. That's what I stand on. Family or no family. People out there's a lot of guys that wouldn't dare do nothing like that. They'd be like, oh, that's my family. All right, well, I'm going to keep it quiet. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to sweep it under the rug. I'm a different breed. I'm a different type of dude, man. I don't agree with what he did. And more importantly, he's misleading people. You're not letting these young people that look up to you know what the real deal is, man. Stop fronting and let them know what the real deal is. That ain't you.
Has he responded to you in any way, any of these accusations? Because I haven't really. He might have, but I didn't really see anything official.
Yeah, he did. He did an interview with for Don Diva with Fayback from Don Diva magazine.
Okay.
And he never once said that his paperwork is not true. All he said was that I'm upset and I'm going through my own situation and my case is still open. So he really not want to get involved with that. He ain't really got nothing to say. But he did say that we family and this is a family situation and it's not for everybody. I mean,
Yo, this is crazy. They done told him a gun is involved. So the police is saying everything that's involved. Then the police is asking, but ain't nobody saying nothing but except what the police is talking about. It doesn't even, none of it makes sense. All of this is stupidity. All this is stupidity. Stupidity. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, thus far what Pooh Sims is saying, still not adding up that Max B told anything. It doesn't, it's not adding up, man. Not only that, stick with the script. Sometimes, if you be quiet, when Max got home, he could have been pushing forward to get you home. It's called teamwork when you do a crime and you get caught. Teamwork don't just adds up to doing the teamwork to do the crime. Teamwork adds up to if we do get caught, we still stick with the script. And teamwork goes with getting out of the crime as well. What the police don't know, there's nothing they could do to you, man. For real. Nothing. And now Max is home and you in there and you trying to classify him as if he's the reason why you in there. That's crazy, bro. And hopefully Max can get it in his heart to put some money up. If you and they saying y'all are family. Hopefully he can get it in his heart. Even though you calling him a rat, because I would do it. I'll still put money up. for a lawyer to dig into the case to get you home. Because a dead man can't talk. Only thing burying you is that girl, not Max B, to be honest. And the dead man can't talk. So you probably could come home, but you burying yourself with your own lifeline that is out here now, and you keep saying about, everybody looking up and praising him, and that you only making yourself look like you mad about people praising him. That's the most craziest part of what you saying right now, bro. Like, damn, man. You might could get up out of there. Hopefully Max get it in his heart to put some money up for you and be like, even if he do come home and he try to label me as a rat, I ain't even rocking with him no more. But I'm gonna put some money up for him and help him get up out of the situation. Hopefully that will happen. Because if y'all came together to do whatever y'all did to get that time, then so be it. You being a weak person, trying to make a person look like a rat. But I don't want to see him in jail because I don't wish, jail on my worst enemy. I'd rather deal with my enemies outside myself. But hopefully Max will say, yeah, I'm going to help him get out of there. I just won't speak to him no more. Because now I don't get it being in jail and then, trying to sabotage a brother. Because everybody look at, you say a person is a rat, and they ain't rocking with you no more outside. So only one way you can hurt Max is saying he a rat, and people won't deal with him anymore. So that make you feel good while you sitting in a prison cell, bro. Our culture is bugged out with our thought process. I would have just kept it to myself, try to get it with Max. Not saying that he didn't. I would have just kept it to myself, try to get it with Max. Yo, bro, you out. Can you help me out? You know what you did to me. You did if you felt that he did that in your heart. And even so, yo, you out. Can you help me get out? And then when you get out, say stuff like that. You in there now, who gonna help you? And you in there with all that time, and now you want to just worry about sabotaging his career, his character. None of it make any sense to me. Real bad boys move in silence. If you'd have just been quiet and chill, call him and hit him up. But you was trying to do it, I guess, years ago too. You didn't know that this day was gonna come for him to be able to get out. And that's why they understand silent treatment, man. Less talking. What do you get out of trying to sabotage? Like, just disgust me, man. That this how we think. And now you sitting in there with all this time, but still at the end of the day, another person, life is gone, and people try to take money that didn't belong to them and then unalive the person. So how that person family feel. And you gotta understand, karma don't play. God don't play at the end of the day. And that's just how the tables turn right now, man. This one is a deep one right here. Because at the end of the day, we can't forget there was a life that was took because somebody wanted to go and take money that they didn't earn. So for you to bring all this stuff up is a very deep conversation. For you also to now try to go ahead and tear down Max B because he home. And you know, you not. But, you know, I don't understand the situation, but from what I was hearing, you know, the person didn't respect the robbery and was trying to fight, and then you had to do what you had to do. And I get it, but still, taking money from people is always that's what could happen situation, man. And now that man gone and his family never gonna see him again. And for you to, you know, you took on a mission. And now it's like you sour that the person sent you on the mission is home. And you not. I don't know. And I'm only saying that because of what I'm hearing, man. And it's deep, man. It's deep because it's our culture which make people fear us when they see us in the streets. White people going to the store, Walmarts, Targets, anything. When they see us, if we dress a certain kind of way, they nervous. They don't even want to look our way because of how our culture moves. But, you know, y'all go to Doggy Diamonds and y'all check out that interview. I just gave y'all a few things and a few pointers, but I don't see nothing where Max B told nothing. And I think a person of his stature deserve everything he get when he come home. When I was locked up, I came home, everybody was throwing me money. Yo, you all right? You good? This, that. When you a good person, good name, people rock with you, they gonna make sure you straight. And that's how it's supposed to go. And ain't nobody praising of what he was locked up for. They praising that he's back home and he went, served his time, and gave back to society. And he know what not to do no more. And like he said in an interview, if he knew what he know now, if he knew it back then, he wouldn't even been in jail. And I can respect that. I can respect that, man. For real. For real, man. And I'm tired of hearing every time somebody come home from jail, people are always trying to put he's a snitch, he's a snitch. That ignorant, whack 100 culture that he's trying to put out here just to make money off the internet, because once you say a person is a rat, it goes like this and like this and like this. Everybody clicking it, and he make money from it. That's corny and that's whack. That's ignorant. Like, we got a lot to learn, man. I got more to talk about, man, on this internet, man. For real. I'm gonna let a little bit more of this Doggy Diamond play because I respect Doggy Diamond, one of the other greatest podcasters that ever did it. For real. And, you know, he asked the tough questions. And I watched Doggy Diamonds, but then this one right here, he's kind of trying to respect homie and respect the movement, what's going on. But he got the face on like, I don't know whether to believe him or not. Gotta respect it, man. But I'm gonna let y'all hear a little more real quick, man, before I sign out. But y'all go over to Doggy Diamonds, man, and check it out. His name Pooh Sims, and he's the one that's talking about Max B, man. It's Max B snitched and French Montana knew about it, but I ain't heard nothing about him saying about French. And they even throw that in there, but you know, negative titles always win. If it says something positive, you won't get that many people to look. That's just how it goes. But we're gonna listen to some more real quick.
That's what a person want to say. The family situation is not for everybody. Each his own. Like I said, this, like, what he did, I don't agree with what he did. So I'm putting it out there. I'm putting the facts out there, man. It's cost me my family, other stuff that's going on, but it is what it is, man.
See, that's where he going wrong at. He said that cost him his family. If you was anywhere in the vicinity and you did anything anybody asked you to do, you cost you your family. You can never say nobody that do crime could say nobody else cost them their family. Now I can say a person took you away from their family so they can be with theirs. But that first decision is yours. Knowing that it could go good or it could go bad. So you cost you your family, my brother. Now, if he took you away from your family by telling on you, I get it. That don't even make sense, but we'll finish listening.
Doing what helps me sleep. At the end of the day, knowing that right is right, wrong is wrong.
So my next question is, how much time did you get?
I got a life plus 35. Out here in New Jersey, life is 75 years. So I got 75 plus 35. Got 110.
Whoa. And so, but he was able to get his sentence reduced. How come that didn't work for you? You need new lawyers and everything like he got?
Right.
Nah, I got a lawyer. And I'm currently in the court. I'm waiting to go to court right now. The pandemic got everything on hold, but I got some real good stuff going on for me. So I'm just being patient. What happened with him is, long story short, his lawyer that was representing him was also his entertainment lawyer. And you can't be both. You can't be a person.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Saludi. Yep. You can't be his criminal lawyer and his entertainment lawyer. So the issue was, Max presented to the court. He was telling me to go to trial. Saludi wanted me to go to trial because he said I could beat it. They didn't have any evidence on me. And in the midst of me beating this, it was people waiting on him like 50 Cent, Diddy, mad different people. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to holler at him and do business with him. So he was just looking at it from a financial aspect, which was a conflict because he wasn't thinking about the criminal aspect. So, long story short, Max B was given relief that his lawyer, there was a conflict of interest and that his lawyer was ineffective because he never told him about a deal. They he said he could have got like 15 or 20 years. He could have topped out instead of going to trial, and his lawyer never told him about the deal because he was more focused on him winning the case so he could get out and do business.
What was your initial offer?
I ain't get no offer.
Oh, they just was like, you going to trial, that's it? Or they didn't even offer you
Yeah,
anything?
yep, I ain't get no offer. They had me down as the shooter. They made me out to be this ultimate bad guy. I duct taped these people up, this, that, and the third. So I never got an offer.
Oh, so they made you the main guy?
Yeah, I'm the main guy, yep.
And according to public record, they said Max wasn't there, but he ordered you to do it? That's what they're saying?
Yeah, they say he was the mastermind. He masterminded everything.
But you were the
Normally when you the mastermind, you get more time. The girl got 15, Max wasn't even there. Gave him 75. But now I get why they saying they gave him 75 because he wasn't there. But for whatever reason, for them to drop some years off, something wasn't right. So I'm trying to figure out how the pool guy right now is saying what he's saying. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused, man. None of this stuff is adding up to me, man. But we'll finish listening some more.
So they mastermind, he's saying.
You,
Yeah,
and according to them, you were
yeah.
the executor of everything that he mastered.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they going,
Yeah,
they're not giving
yeah.
you no leniency. They not even.
Yeah. But like I said, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, I ain't been saying nothing. But you heard it first here, Doggy Diamond joint. They just passed the law out here in New Jersey for me. So I'm on my way home, man. So it's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't settling for that. I'm completely innocent. So I'm fighting my case in the courts right now. And I'm waiting to get in there.
What the court said, they had no idea Max was involved until she told. That's what I'm saying. She the one that told. Bro Williams said, this is effed up, bro, no lie. That's a fact. Yeah, man, this is deep. Y'all go to Doggy Diamonds, man. Check out the full interview, man. This is crazy, bro. Very, very ignorant. Very, very, very ignorant. And, you know, the more this stuff happens, the more we tearing down our culture. All that trying to say that a famous person is a snitch or a rat and all that. And people that is not the one that got ratted on is able to try and call people out. That's they don't get no props for that. Let the person that got snitched on call the person out and show the proof of it. That's just the bottom line of that. Other than that, this stuff is stupid and ignorant and corny. To death. For real, man. Welcome home, Max B. Enjoy your time with you and your family, your queen, and all that. Just gotta show love, respect to what's just going on, people. That's just life. Show love. And if there's any other problems, ask for help. And let a person help you get out of these situations. And I'm not just talking about pool simps. Just for people that has this thought process, should I say. Because it doesn't even make sense that everybody's a rat when they come home. And people is eating off of it, off the internet. And that's why paperwork is not being produced. Because after they get the money, they let it die down. Nobody ain't talking about it no more. It's over with. They done made the money off YouTube because all of y'all clicked in on it. And it's sad. It's fake out movement. For real. So, And I'm just saying about other things. Excuse me. Other things that went on. And people acting like they the paperwork kings and they got their lawyers and all that stupidity. But stop it, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit the notifications so you'll know when I'm up here, man. For real, you're rolling with your boy Big Boosie. Salute to y'all, all my knowledgeable people out there, and everybody that supports me. I appreciate y'all, man. We on the rise. We only doing real talk here. We not bashing celebrities. Unless necessary, but other than that, we're not doing that. And that means they had to bother me first. Salute.